United States Senate candidate files complaint against Twitter for tampering with the 2018 Senate race. Coming up next on Deceptions of the Ages News. Hello everybody and welcome to Deceptions of the Ages News. I'm a happy guy today, and happy because of look at all of the subscribers we've got. And oh, look out, here it comes, oh boy. You really got to be careful with that thing because it comes in and pops around, and you want to make sure to hit that subscribe button, because if you don't, that thing might come back. So anyway, yeah, today we're going to be talking about this Senate candidate who, oh, here it comes, watch out. Look, if you're going to sit there, you got to subscribe, or otherwise that thing's just going to keep coming back. Okay, yeah, so anyway, there's a Senate candidate from Washington State. He calls himself a new Republican, and he's actually filed a complaint with the FBI against Twitter, because Twitter is apparently they have what do you call it, froze his account. So anyway, let's go ahead and listen to this Senate candidate, and I'll see you at the end of this video. Hello everybody, my name is Matthew Heines. I am running for the 1st Congressional District, U.S. Senate in Washington State. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about my campaign and some of the obstacles I've already faced, and this is going to affect my policies when I get to Washington. Now, yesterday I released a video about how I would like to send our students that are attending college to school with free tuition, and we would do that by utilizing or selling legal marijuana throughout the country. And if you want to see that video, it's right here. Now, what happened is I made the video, and I do not have a budget like my DNC opponent. I don't have millions of dollars. In fact, I really don't have any money. I'm just a teacher trying to do right by my country. And so the one thing I rely on is social media, and that means Twitter and YouTube. Now, you all know from the Trump election that conservative viewpoints like mine are being punished. Actually, they are, first of all, they demonetized people on YouTube, and they demonetized many of my videos. And what I've noticed about that is if you have anything that has to do with a Christian topic or anything that is anti-Muslim, then they will automatically demonetize your video. I mean, you could talk about raping babies and they wouldn't probably demonetize your video, but you say anything bad about Muslims on YouTube or Twitter, and automatically they will close down your account. So my question is, first of all, well, let me just tell you this before I ask you any questions. As a response to this, as a U.S. Senate candidate, this is election tampering. Now, we know that these insane people like Waters and Feinstein and these nut jobs, Pelosi, in the Senate are going on and on about Russian meddling, which when the investigation did its job, it turned out to be nothing. But the real question is, who's really meddling? YouTube, Google, and Twitter are the biggest meddlers in the U.S. elections. And now they're already getting geared for what they say is Russian meddling. And that's absolutely not true. Who is meddling in the U.S. elections are Google, Twitter, and YouTube. So I just posted one video yesterday about my policies. There's nothing except if you don't like weed and you want to make sure that students have to graduate from college in debt. There's nothing offensive about that video. And so the minute I went to share it with the Seattle media, because I live in that district, immediately Twitter shut down my account and I cannot reactivate it. So I didn't say anything offensive. It is just because I am a candidate for the United States Senate. Google is a monopoly. Twitter is a monopoly. So you might want to ask yourself, and if you want, and Facebook also is a monopoly, and you can look into the history of how these companies got to dominate, and how they got to dominate was with federal money. The CIA funded Facebook so they could use it as a spy operation. Google, I'm sure, is the same thing, and Microsoft, of course, is in all of the government software. So these people are absolute monopolies, and I have a message for you. As soon as I get into the Senate, faster than you can say antitrust lawsuit, we are going to fund not one, but we're going to fund a number of other startups like that do the same thing as Twitter, that do the same thing as YouTube, and do the same thing as Google. And we are going to allow those startups, and we're going to have minority owned. We're going to have one that is African American owned. And we are going to fund those companies. And we are going to pull our funding out of Google and out of Twitter, whatever. But everybody's just going to shift over. And I want to send a message to anybody who comes into this country and allows people to come in and try to attack Christians and to muzzle the Christian viewpoint. You're going to get in a lot of trouble. So you're best to just stay where you come from, because you can't bring your hate into our country and get away with it. So I promise you that as soon as I get into office in Washington, D.C., we're going antitrust. And if we can't do antitrust, I'm just going to find some money somewhere, and we're going to start funding some kids, some African American kids, and kids that will start us a Google and a Twitter, where we can share our ideas and not be discriminated against, and just be open. So that's my policy on social media. And I will do a video. My next video is actually going to be about the shootings, and it's going to be a message for millennials and about how politics works. So if you're a millennial and you're watching this, please watch this video or watch that video, and I think I'll have a link up here probably. So thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Matthew Heines, running for the 1st Congressional District in Washington State, United States Senate. Thank you. Well, antitrust lawsuit against Twitter, Google, and YouTube, and funding for other companies to compete against them. Boy, where do I sign up? We'll see you next time. Deceptions of the Ages News.